Well, here we are, the closing of a saga, a chapter I cannot unread. Ladies and gentlemen, vampires and werewolves, I present to you today the roast for Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. And yes, it's everything I wanted and more. I'm gonna cry just thinking about it. Let's begin. Before I put a nail into the coffin of this final film, if you wouldn't mind staking that subscribe and the notification bell, that way future videos by me show up in your feed. I do movie reviews, rants, roasts, and live streams, all movie related. Okay, let's start. After a strangely long Sam Raimi-esque Spider-Man style intro, we pick up right where we left off. Bella was just turned into a vampire, finally. With her heightened senses, perhaps now she can see what a complete tool Edward is. There's no time though. Bella's hungry. She needs to feed. And so we're off with her on her first hunt. How exciting. And let me tell you folks, she is in her element here. Running effortlessly in front of a green screen. It's all she ever wanted. Our little Bugs Bunny is hunting Wabbit. And holy crap, she intercepts a bobcat mid-jump. This is already the best Twilight movie of the franchise.
You're still here.
Jacob's in the house. Not sure why he's wearing a t-shirt. It's a new look for him. And quite frankly, I don't care for it. Bella smells him, which of course is tradition. At the Cullen house, the gang is all here. Fast pitch. Budget Carla Gugino. What Elon Musk thinks he looks like. And of course, what is that? An animated baby. Welcome home, baby Renesmee. She's very happy to see her mommy. Look at her smile. Look at those beautiful teeth. On a newborn baby. What? This is hilarious. How does the baby have teeth? Why is she animated? Unfortunately, the smiles fade quickly as Jacob informs Bella that he has imprinted on her child, which means he will bone her in the future. Yeah. It's an odd pairing. Swan is not thrilled. She dog walks his ass outside and starts beating the crap out of him. Listen, I've been Team Bella this whole time. I'm a Bellaholic. I'm a Swannabe. But she's taking things a bit too extreme. Her kid could do worse than Jacob. Sure, there's an age gap. Sure, it's creepy thinking about a fully grown adult male looking at your newborn baby like a snack. And he already has a nickname for her. Nessie. Which is gonna lead to the greatest line ever said in the history of cinema. Bella, if you'd please.
You nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster?
Somehow, it's Bella's birthday again. I mean, really though, every day is Bella's birthday. And what did she get this time? Another dream catcher, Jake? No, they leveled up in the gift department. She now got her own cottage to live in.
Welcome home.
While a nice gesture, it's certainly not good enough for our perfect Bella Swan, but it'll have to do for now. All right, now we're talking. Time to break this new place in. We're already off to the races with a hot, steamy, slow motion face touching scene. And might I just add, it was nice of Bella to say hi to her newborn baby for all of 5 minutes before ditching her off. Meanwhile, Bella's dad has been calling several times a day, grieving over what he thought was the loss of his daughter for many weeks, possibly months, years? Hard to say. Because time has no meaning when you're watching a Twilight film. And since Charlie is about the nicest dad you could ever have, Bella's gonna treat him like absolute dog shit. Sorry, no disrespect, Jake. I didn't mean that as a slur.
Wait.
And speaking of Jake, the only decent person in this saga, he goes out to meet Charlie and start taking his clothes off. It's about time. This is not the subplot I thought we were gonna get, but all right, let's see where it goes. I'm into it.
Jacob, put your clothes on.
Unfortunately, Charlie is not. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I misread this entire scene. No, it turns out Jacob was revealing that he's actually a werewolf and that Charlie is in a bubble, unaware of the seedy underbelly of the world. Ding dong! Charlie's at the door. Bella, hurry, rush up, greet your father, give him a big hug like the awesome daughter you are. Of course not. She sits on the couch, stone cold, makes her dad go over to her. She barely says 2 words to the guy. Last they talked, she was on death's doorstep. Now she's sound as a pound. Fit as a fiddle. 0 issues holding that mouth open 24/7. And you know what? I love her for it. She's perfect. He embraces her daughter. She kind of returns the favor. It's more like a plank of wood. Ugh, God, I have to hug this guy. Oh my God, look who's here. It's baby Damien. Still CGI. Swan, obsessed with lying, tells another one to her dad. Hey, that's not actually my birth child. We adopted it. It's all good, because fuck Charlie, right? Action montage time. Bella, since becoming a vampire, is of course better than all other vampires. She's just so gifted naturally and amazing. She's gonna try out her newfound strength. She is, after all, a newborn. She's incredible, taking out that truck of a man. The woman rocks. Subscribe for puns. The sun calls out to our swan. She must go to it! As a wave of heat washes over her bodice, she feels comforted in the sun's warm embrace, unlike her father's. And she sparkles as bright as any vampire ever could, as all vampires do. 30 minutes into the film, Bella starts randomly narrating. She does this in all the other films. We don't know who she's talking to. Never find out, as it turns out. I thought maybe at the end it would be her daughter, but no, she's just talking to herself, I guess. I think months go by. It's hard to know anything in this film. And the Cullen child is growing at an astronomical rate. If she keeps going this fast, Jake might have himself a fresh meal by the end of the week. Claire from Lost shows up in the distance. She's going to be the villainess of the film because they killed the redhead too early on and they need some sort of antagonist to move this story forward. She tattles to the Volturi about the new baby and they are not happy. Meanwhile, Fast Pitch gets a terrible vision of the future and she drops the beautiful vase of flowers on the ground. Okay, Butterfingers, who are you, Bella Swan now? There's only room in this house for one klutz. Get the fuck out! We learn, as we always do, through timely flashback about just what a hybrid child could do to the vampire race. One little tiny temper tantrum can wipe out an entire village. So imagine what little Renesmee could do. Fast Pitch unceremoniously disappears from the movie with her boyfriend as they go to seek out some sort of a solution for the child. She left cryptic messages behind for Bella with the understanding that they must seek out an army. Edward enlists the help of the Stallone daughters. Bella, shot out of a cannon, flies over to the fight, grabs her and says, "Keep your hands off my man, bitch." After the little scuffle's complete, Edward brings his American Girl doll child over to them. Any question you have, this child can pretty much explain just by touching your head. She would be wise to keep this parlor trick away from Jacob. I don't think she's going to want to provide answers for the questions he has. Boys and ghouls, the Twilight Saga has added another feather in its cap in terms of upper prestige actors. We now have Mr. Robot in this. Rami Malek has been added to the roster, baby. These movies just keep getting better. The child uses her ability on Mr. Robot. Jacob smiles on the outside, but I know he is pissed off at the sight of her touching another man. That's my girlfriend, jerkface. What in the absolute fuck is this? There's just no words anymore. You know what? Yeah, this is easily the best film in the Twilight franchise. Bella has been enlisting the help from special vampires around the globe. There's Rock and Roll Vampire, Irish Spring Vampire, Black Lady Vampire, Tinkerbell Vampire. And then who's that guy over there? Oh, Jacob. Don't worry about him. He's just along for the ride. Pedaling out in the corner, counting down the days when his little Nessie is old enough to fly. These vampires have really cool special abilities, as all vampires do. Budget Tyra Banks, for instance, can take them on a tour of Green Screen World. Not to be outsparkled, Bella has a super secret gift of her own.
Oh yeah, she's a shield, all right.
It turns out all those years of being a mouth breather have special perks behind them, as she can now blow out an electrical invisible force field, keeping her free from danger. As if she wasn't already perfect enough. Looks like she'll be doing the protecting from now on, huh, boys? Because what we now finally have from our Swan Princess is a strong female lead. And for the Twilight Saga, it's about time. Now we're going to go around the room and officially say out loud, hey, I'm on board. You have my axe, you have my sword. Mr. Robot is in. Mexican Robert Downey Jr. is ready to fight. It's all gonna happen. Eventually.
Shadowy granite and a gleaming past.
Let it be known, history is being made right now as we are watching Bella spending time with her child for the first time since birth. Jacob's probably in the closet trying to restrain himself from perving out. At dinner with the nutty professor, Bella receives passports. Quick observation, why are the vampires now mutants in this film? Since when can they create force fields? And that one's straight up Pyro from the X-Men. Now in an open field of snow. The V-Men. Prepare for the most epic battle ever put to picture. The villains are there, doing the slowest slow walk of all time. Ah shit, the were-dogs are here too. Oh my god, this is gonna be sick. Bella is gonna open up an absolute workshop on these assholes. She attempts to put a protection charm on Cedric Diggory, but it fails, seeming almost impossible because Bella is perfect! Main villain vampire goes full schlock in this film, coming off like a poor man's Voldemort. Bad. Just bad laugh. I'm waiting for him to go up to the child and go, I can touch you now. Instead, baby Swan touches his face. God, I imagine Jacob is fuming right now. That's my girl, asshole. It appears Claire from Lost was wrong about the baby because this girl in front of her is far older. She has to die. Finish her! The Volturi win. Fatality. Things are getting out of control! Bella supercharges her mouth, creating an impenetrable shield around her crew. Impressive. Dakota Fanning is pissed that her agent convinced her to sign up for a multi-movie deal.
Does it then follow that there is no...
Oh my god, this dude has a full monologue. Why is he a thing in this one? I have no idea what he's even yapping about, but he needs to shut it. It's fast pitch! She's back. And she came with receipts, evidence that this child is not a threat to the vampire race. And before Lord Vampamore can even say anything, skaboom! She Chun-Li high kicks him into the stratosphere. Suck on that, vampire scum. You just... Oh! No! Edward's fake dad has been decapitated. It's been a long day without you, my friend. It is on like Donkey Kong. Why are the wolves even here? I get why Jacob's fighting, but he took off with his bride-to-be, so what are these guys even doing? Let them fight themselves. This fight is everything I could have ever wanted. Fast Pitch is doing triple axles. People's heads are falling off! Dakota Fanning's just standing there like a boss bitch. At one point, a vampire leapfrogs onto Jacob, rolling the dude like 30 times with little Bella Swan Jr. on his back. How is she not hurt? How did she stay on? This shit is wild. An earthquake rips open. Were puppies are getting killed off left and right. Edward's Superman flies out of the chasm, while Fast Pitch does a series of impressive maneuvers. I used to think, foolishly, that Harry Potter had an epic finale. I used to be blown away by several of the battles in the Lord of the Rings franchise. Hell, on a good day, I'd even say the Avengers movies had plenty of amazing moments. But that's because I was a dumb, ignorant slut. I did not have the prior knowledge of the Twilight movies, and specifically this ending battle. And now that I have seen it, nothing compares. Voldepire's not done yet. He scampers over to Bella and Edward, forgetting they are the most perfect power duo ever to be conceived. Heads up, a-hole. Oh man, if the decapitation wasn't enough, decapitation short for decapitation, Bella even gets to burn this scarecrow, while he painfully watches as the flames surround his stupid face. What an ending, what a battle, what a perfect send-off to a basically Flawless film franchise. I honestly could not hope for anything. Are you kidding me? None of it happened? It was all just a fast pitch future prediction? Yeah, this is truly the best film in the franchise. And Fast Pitch isn't done there. She has yet another reveal. There has been another halfling alive all these years, and he did not, in fact, kill the vampires off. He ate healthy, he counted carbs, he got to the gym, and he stayed away from slaughtering all of the vampires. That's enough to convince these clowns to leave. Even Lord Vampamort is like, that's all, folks. The next day, or whenever it is, who cares, Edward and Jacob look over at little Nessie, and Edward exchanges some kind words to his past foe, stating that he's happy his daughter has Jacob. That's nice. Jacob's gonna make it awkward.
So should I start calling you Dad?
Yeah, that's perhaps the greatest line in the history of cinema. Back in the gorgeous field of flowers, the camera guy filming this forgot how to zoom out. And our swan princess, who is always full of surprises, she never ceases to amaze me, has yet another trick up her sleeve. She can produce historical montages. We get a stunning kaleidoscope of some of the most profound events of all of the Twilight movies, which range from Bella looking miserable to Bella looking pissed. Such acting, such raw emotion, such perfection. She's perfect! It's accompanied by the song of the series, 1,000 Years. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. I can't do it. It's perfect. And to think, I can see visions of Jacob walking his 7-year-old bride down the aisle. It's truly touching stuff. And there you have it, the end of an era, the end of the Twilight Saga. Wow, just amazing stuff. And I have to give, once again, a thank you to Vicky over on patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies for reaching out to me and paying a little extra coin for me to torture myself watching these films for the first time. And so now I have those locked away in my keepsake we call a brain. What a special treat for me, and for you, hopefully. I hope you enjoyed this walk through, this walk down memory lane. Please, again, think of subscribing to the channel. I post movie commentary, roasts, live streams, rants every single week. Would love to have you stick around. Please comment below for engagement, and also just to let me know your thoughts on this franchise and on this roast. I would love to hear some feedback. Like the video, notification bell, all that stuff. And hopefully, I see you next time. Take care. Heart beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave. How can I love? Thanks again for watching the video. If you wouldn't mind, I would appreciate it if you checked out patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies. That's where fans of my channel go to help support it. There are different tiers with different offerings, exclusives every month. We got multiple movie reviews. There's a vlog monthly. And even if you don't want to plop down $1 a month, you can just sign up for Patreon for free and become a member at no charge. Appreciate your time. Thanks.